Hello, friends, and happy Easter special. As you can tell, it's Easter special, and I literally bought these just for today so we could be Eastery together because we're going to hop into some recipes. That's a knee slapper. That's funny. All right, well, let me get the recipe page up here, and then we can all be cooking together because that is my favorite place to be. Let's get this. We are going to be cooking some fun things. I was going to just make like 2 recipes like we usually do, but then I'm like, you know what? Easter is a time where we're gathering together. We have our family coming, or we're going to see family, or maybe you're going to an event, something like that. So I'm going to show you how to make a giant salad, like literally it's going to fill this whole thing, and still be able to partake and enjoy it also guilt-free, sugar-free, flour-free, and then you could still partake, because I mean Easter dinner, that's pretty easy. It's like what, meat, unless it's like a lunch, which this will be for lunch because it's going to have fruit in it, but it's pretty easy. You can have meat, you can have all the other sides like vegetables, like carrots and all that stuff, so it's pretty easy to put together a meal and still stay within the guidelines of our food. Cindy, hi Cindy. All right, we have the recipe page up. We're set up a little bit different today because we are going to be making some things on the stove. So let's get right into this. Let's lose these. And we're going to start with our giant salad here. Now, we're not going to use our scale for this because this is like an event food, so it's just going to be huge. So you're going to need the biggest bowl you can find, and hopefully it fits in here. Then we're going to start with bananas. We want a ton of bananas. Well, not like a ton. Literally, not a ton. We're going to go, let's see, because we're doing 3 things of this. Let's do all these bananas. So this is 6 bananas. So we're going to put 6 bananas in here. We'll start with that, and we can always add more. The bananas are going to give this a beautiful sweetness, and it gives it like this fluffy, I don't know, like almost marshmallowy texture that it gives it. It's amazing. Linda here with you, Natalie. Hi, Linda. Janice, happy Easter. Happy Easter, Janice. Patty, hi, cutie. Hi, Aunt Patty. So we're doing 6 bananas, and we're not going to weigh this because this is more of like you're going to a potluck, or you're going to, you could bring this to a picnic. I've made different versions of this salad for different events, and it has been, everybody has really liked it. Kids have liked it. So it's kind of nice to have that where it's not just, oh, nobody's going to like that except for the people who eat sugar and flour free. No, everybody's going to like this salad. Krista, hi. Diane, hi. Elizabeth, hi. Nylene, hi. Thank you for everything you do. Oh, you're so sweet, Nylene. Thank you. Mala, what are we making today? We are making a giant cheesecake fruit salad perfect for like an Easter thing or a spring thing or a picnic or any kind of like family gathering, those types of things where you need to bring like a big fruit salad or something. That's what we're making. Super easy and delish. So we got 6 bananas in here. I just threw them in their hole, and we're going to mash these up. Let's see. Can you see this? I can scoot this back a little bit. Oh, Mala, hello. Oh, yes. It's going to be delicious. This little thing is on wheels, so I can move it. Okay, here we go. So we got our 6 bananas, and this is where a fork just won't cut it because it's a lot of bananas. So I have this doodle-bob. I think it's like a potato masher, whatever it is. You could use a potato masher. You could use a fork. That works also. You're going to get your workout in. So we're going to do these 6 bananas, and we're just going to chop them up, kind of mash them. It's okay if there's chunks. And this is actually better if you make this the night before, because then all the flavors are going to marinate into your yogurt. And the last time I made this, so the first time I made this, I did it just yogurt. The second time I made this, I did it yogurt and cottage cheese. That was delish. And I did some coconut, unsweetened coconut flakes in there. That was really yummy. But this time, I'm making it cheesecake, which is so easy. So we want nice small chunks or just lightly mashed. It doesn't have to be completely mashed, but you don't want like huge chunks. make sure we get everything. You might add a couple more bananas. We'll see how this goes. Get all of our banana hunks off the thing. So it should kind of look like this, just kind of a big mush in the bottom. Amy, hi Amy, thank you for joining. Then we're going to add some lemon juice. This is going to prevent the bananas from browning while it's sitting in the fridge. So I'm going to do a 1/3 cup of lemon juice, or you can just pour some in like a splash, and it gives it really good flavor, the lemon juice. Paulette, hello. Amy, what are you making today? We are making a giant fruit salad, which is perfect for spring or Easter. Now we're going to do the fun part. I just have some plain Greek yogurt. We're going to put 3 of these whole tubs in there because I want to feed a lot of people with this. So we're going to do all 3 of these. It is a 2 pounds or 32-ounce tub. Deb, hello from Florida, and happy Easter, Natalie. I just got my volume 2 today. Yay! Oh, what an Easter celebration there. So excited it arrived, and happy Easter to you all the way in beautiful, sunny Florida. Oh, I'm so excited. Yes, volume 2 is out. We're actually going to be cooking from it today. I have it right here. It's so pretty. Volume 2, Cooking with Joy 2, over 320 recipes in one big book. Volume 6 through 10. So Cooking with Joy 1, which we're going to be cooking from today too. Cooking with Joy 1 is volumes 1 through 5 in 1, and then Cooking with Joy 2 is volumes 6 through 10 in 1. So when you have both of these volumes, you have volumes 1 through 10 and 2 big books. Over 620 recipes with both of them put together. That is amazing. So exciting. Krista, what volume 2? It's the phone. Welcome to live stream. My volume 2 is waiting in my mailbox. Can't wait. Yay! So exciting. It's waiting for you. It's like Christmas. Oh, they're running to get the phone. It'll probably be something really embarrassing.
All family, I love a God family church.
Or it's just the answer machine. It's okay. It's all good. Alright, we're going to do 3 big tubs of yogurt. Plain Greek yogurt. We're just going to throw them in here. All 3. And like I said, this is going to be a giant salad. You can make this in smaller quantities. And this is pretty much just a throw together eyeball salad where you just kind of like eyeball it, putting it together. But it's still like if you're going through the line to get your food, or you're at a family gathering or things like that, and you're like, oh, I want to have food that everybody can have, but yet I can have too. That's what this is. So this isn't like a perfectly measured meal, but this is more kind of like if you go to a restaurant and you eyeball it, that type of thing. Oh, hello on Instagram. So glad you could join. Kim, I got my volume 1 and 2 yesterday. Super excited. Going shopping today. Happy Easter. Kim, I'm so excited. She got volumes 1 and 2 of Cooking with Joy. So she is prepared. Yes, and it's exciting going shopping for the first time because you get to try new ingredients, probably maybe things you've never tried before, which is so fun. And don't be afraid. They will taste good, which is very fun. So exciting, you girls. And thank you. Thank you so much for your love and support and your excitement about this too, because it makes me even more excited when I see you guys excited, which makes me even more excited, and then you guys get more excited. So it is so fun. You make it so worth it. Hearing your enjoyment of the recipes and just the fun stuff and being foodies with me, enjoying the food and losing weight at the same time. All right, last tub. Amy, Natalie, if you eat this, what kind of fruit or veggies can you put on the side? That's a great question. So this would probably, depending on how much you take, this would probably be like your fruit serving because we're going to put a lot of fruit in this. And then you would have like vegetables. And I would guess this isn't going to be your full protein, so you could do some protein on the side and some fat for lunch. You're having this for an Easter lunch. That's what I would do. So I would have whatever vegetables that they have there, and then just kind of eyeball it. You can do the 1 plate rule, where you kind of portion out your plate, and you just eyeball it. Otherwise, you could make this weighed. I would do, let's see, if I was making this just a single person salad, I would do 6 ounces total of the fruit. So I'd probably do 3 ounces bananas and then 3 ounces of our frozen berries. I just like a splash of lemon juice or about a tablespoon or 2. Then I would do probably 6 ounces of the Greek yogurt. No, I would do 4 ounces Greek yogurt, which would be half a protein. And then, let me throw it this way. Then I would do 1 ounce of the cream cheese, and that would be your full fat. And then you have a beautiful parfait for lunch. All right, now this is where it gets to be the cheesecakey part, is I have some whipped cream cheese. Regular cream cheese would work also. If you have like just the block cream cheese, I would mash that in with the bananas because that would be the easiest to do that. Krista, I'm looking forward to the bake-off competition. Going to be competing from Georgia. Yes, exciting news. The last bake-off was so fun. We're going to do it again. So, starting today, some of you have already submitted your things, which is perfectly fine. But starting today through the 8th, everybody is going to make, if you want to join in the fun, you're going to make the apple cinnamon bake from last week's Let's Get Cooking Live. I posted the recipe, so it's easier to make. So you're going to make that, and there's going to be prizes for different things, like the most beautiful food, the most creative. So like use different fruits, try different twists on the recipes, that type of thing. Then there's going to be most beautiful presentation, so make that background beautiful. There's ugliest, so if yours turns out a disaster, which it shouldn't. It's a pretty easy recipe not to accidentally ruin. But if it does turn out a disaster, we will have one for the most ugly. So still post the picture. So then what you're going to do is after you make your apple cinnamon bake, or if you're going to be creative, make it whatever flavors, then you're going to either tag me in the picture or send it to me in a message, something like that, and then I'll add you to the submissions. And then April 8th at 6 p.m. is the last deadline. If you don't get it in before that, you will not be added to the submissions, because then I will go through all of the entries and I will rate them and score them. And then next Friday during the live, I will announce the winners. So it'll be really fun, really easy. So pretty much make the cinnamon apple bake, take a picture of your breakfast, make it look pretty, make it creative, and then tag me in it. So easy. Karen, hi from Montana. Hello, Karen. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Amy, I'm so excited for your Let's Get Cooking live show on Sunday, April 18th. Yes, that is coming up if you're in the Minnesota area. We are having a tea party and live cooking show. I will be live streaming that week from the cooking show. It's our annual. We did it last year and it was so fun. So we're going to do it again. So if you're in the Minnesota area, it would be so fun to come out and join us in person. I love meeting all of you. I know some of you did come and it was so fun. So we're having that again, April 18th, 2:30 p.m. in Fergus Falls. Deb, I posted my bake-off, and yes, Deb, that looked so delicious. Fabulous cooking. Diane, how many ounces are in the whipped cream cheese tubs? That is a great question. Thank you for asking, because I totally forgot. It is a 12-ounce tub of whipped cream cheese. They do make smaller ones. They make bigger ones. I just got the 12-ounce. So I'm doing 3 of the 12-ounce tubs to 3 of the 2-pound 32-ounce tubs of Greek yogurt. And it's kind of eyeball. Do it to how much you want. Maybe you want to do 2 of these. Maybe you want to do 4 of these. It's just kind of how you think that the salad should go. It's pretty much easy. Cindy, mine just got done baking. Oh my gosh, Cindy! Yay! It's so exciting. You girls. It is so fun. And I know we have some sugar and flour-free men too, so I don't want to leave you out. All right, so we have our cream cheese, our yogurt, our bananas, and lemon juice in here. Whenever we're working with fruit, you always want to add a pinch of salt. And since this is so big, I have my salt here. I'm going to do let's do a half teaspoon. Yeah, let's do a half teaspoon of sea salt. So this is an 1/8. So we're going to do 4 of these, because it is quite a big salad, and salt just brings out the sweetness in the fruits. And we don't want it like too salty. So now we're going to mix this together before we add our berries, because that will get a little bit more complicated when we add our berries to mix. And again, if you have the block cream cheese, which works fine also, I would mash that in with the bananas first. You could even mash the whipped cream cheese in with the bananas first. This is where you get your workout. And I'm hoping this will all fit in this giant bowl. If not, we'll just do 2 giant bowls. Stir this up. And if you do, like, there's leftovers or something like that, and you bring it home, you could weigh some. I would do, like, 6 ounces. That would be your fruit. Then I would do 4 more ounces, which would be half your protein, and then an ounce of cream cheese, so 10. I would do 11 ounces, and that I would count that as half of my protein, all my fat, and then 6 ounces fruit. So you could do that if, like, there's leftovers, or if you're brave and you bring your scale. I'm not brave like that. If I go to places, I'm like, no, I'm not going to bring my scale. But if you're brave, you could weigh it and do it like that also. Or you could do different portions of this also. All right, so this looks pretty well mixed. And it's okay if there's like cream cheesy chunks, because that's like the best part. Amy, is this in one of your cookbooks? No, this is not in a cookbook. This is a brand new recipe I'm making right now for the first time. I've made different versions of this, and they've been delicious. Nicola, hi from Northumberland, England. What a cool place. Hello, all the way from England. I made your cinnamon apple bake last weekend, and it was absolutely delicious. Yay! I'm so glad you liked it. It is definitely a house favorite around here also, because it's so easy. And the apples on top just make it beautiful. And how easy. I literally threw mine together right before the cooking show in 5 minutes. Literally 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes to starting time, and I'm like, I'm going to throw this in the oven really quick. It is so easy, and yet so delicious. All right, so now this is where we're going to make it like a berry cheesecake salad thingamajigger. So I'm going to throw in some frozen. These are just frozen. It's a cherry berry blend, but you could do whatever berry blend you like. And let's see, how big is this? This is, little frosted. This is 3 pounds or 48 ounces. So I would do like a big bag compared to what the salad is. And then I wasn't exactly sure how much fruit to get for the salad. So then I got a small bag too. So let's see if this fits in here first. Let's see. Cut strip. The one time I didn't grab a scissors. When you don't have a scissors, just grab a big knife. And please don't cut yourself. Caution. Alright, we're going to cut this open. And we're not going to need to save the bag or reseal it because we're going to use the whole bag. And you could use whatever fruit blend you like. You could make this tropical if you want. Linda, hi Natalie, I avoid dairy due to the lactose. Can I substitute almond yogurt and silken tofu, or won't that work? Thanks. Linda, that is a perfect substitute. Absolutely. This is kind of a make it your own type of salad, and I think that would work beautifully. I've never had tofu. I try to stay away from soy, but that's just me. But I think that would be delicious. If you like tofu, definitely try it. And the fruit will make it nice and sweet, but not too sweet. You know, like fruit sweet. So I think that would work perfect. And the almond yogurt, that'll be delicious with that just slight nutty flavor to it. Yes, definitely. Try it. That would be delish. Okay, this fits. And like I said, you're going to need a bigger bowl than you think. It's kind of like a salad. When you make a salad, you always need a bigger bowl than you think. So we're going to fold in our berries. Oh, yeah. So this looks like blueberries, cherries, and strawberries in my bag. Oh, this is going to be beautiful and springy. I'm bringing this to Easter dinner. Oh, yes. This is going to be a gorgeous salad. So the last salad I made, it was with cottage cheese. And it kind of was like a frog eye salad, if you've ever heard of that, which has noodles in it. But, ew, noodles. Nobody likes noodles. because that has flour. So instead, a friend of mine said, hey, I made it, and I made it with cottage cheese, which kind of gave it that little bit of that texture like noodles. And I brought that to the last potluck that we had, and oh my goodness, everybody really liked it. There was actually leftovers because I made a giant bowl like this. And my guys who don't eat sugar and flour free, they're just kind of on the sidelines. They will when we make it, and they do pretty good. They don't bring candy in the house and that kind of things. But they went on and on and on about it. They really liked it too. So it's just easy to throw things together. All right. So here is our beautiful giant salad. Let's see. Should we add that last? You know what we're going to do is I'm going to add that last bag of fruit and just leave it on top. That'll make a beautiful topping to this. And by time, because this is not for today, it's going to be for Sunday. And by the time we get to our potluck and all that stuff, the fruit will have melted and it'll make this beautiful, like, syrupy, not syrupy, but it'll make this beautiful topping. Before we do that, let's add a splash of vanilla. Because you can never have enough vanilla in cheesecake, and this will be delicious. So let's measure this. I'm just going to use the capful because that's kind of nice. I'm guessing this is about a half a teaspoon. So we're going to do 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and we're going to fold that in again. And I like how the berries made this pink. It's beautiful. So 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and then we're going to fold it in again because we don't want just vanilla on top. All right, fold this in. So we have bananas, berries, yogurt, cream cheese, lemon juice, some salt, and now some vanilla. Okay, you really get your workout with this salad. It's a big old one. All right, here we go. Mix this up. And I'm glad that I did the frozen fruit. Even if you were going to serve this right away, the frozen fruit is perfect because by the time you eat it, it is soft enough, but yet they keep kind of firm, so it's not just like mushy berries. All right, so we're just going to kind of smooth this. We'll add maybe about half of the small bag on top of berries because I do want this to close. I have a cover that goes on this. This is a really old bowl. All right. Wipe off my fingers. And this is a different berry medley. This has blackberries, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. So it's kind of fun to get all the berries. Oh, Deb, no cinnamon? Oh, that is a good idea. Always a little pinch of cinnamon. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to sprinkle a little cinnamon on top. That'll be delicious. There's something about doing layers instead of like mixing everything together that makes a big difference. So let's do a half teaspoon of cinnamon. And we're just going to sprinkle that on top. Nutmeg would be delicious too, but I know some people don't like nutmeg, and I want everybody to like this, not just my taste. If it was my taste, I'd be like, we're adding all the seasonings. All right, so we did a half teaspoon of cinnamon on top. Thank you, Deb. That is a great idea. I read somewhere that cinnamon is actually like a slight natural sweetener, which that might actually be a little bit true because when you add it to like things, it does taste or give things a little bit of sweetness, but not like, oh my goodness, this is like sugar or flour. No, just a little bit sweetness. Cindy, I'm so excited to taste this. Me too. All right, but not till Sunday. This will be Sunday lunch. All right, I'm gonna break up these berries because they're, you know what? I think we can fit the whole bag on top. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. So fruity. So beautiful. And I think it'll be perfect because the cover will kind of press this down. I'm just going to kind of spread these out. So here we have our giant fruit cheesecake salad. So easy to throw together, and it's going to be beautiful because it's going to marinate overnight for the next 2 days while we wait, because this is for Sunday, for Easter. So this will be really fun. Patty, lucky you get to. Well, Patty, Aunt Patty, you could come up. Sweetie, are you making a fruit salad? My Nana would always make us fruit salad for afters when we were kids. Oh, that is so sweet. Yes, we are making a giant cheesecake fruit salad, and here it is. Ooh, here is our beautiful, ginormous cheesecake salad. Oh, so delicious. I'm excited. So I'm just going to cover this, put it in the fridge, and not touch it because if somebody digs in, this is going to be gone before that. So this is going to go with the cover in the fridge, no touchy. So we made our cheesecake salad. Beautiful. I'm so excited. All right, we're going to set this to the side. Don't dump it. Okay. That would have been a disaster if I dropped it right there, the whole salad. I might have cried, and not because of onions. All right, so now we're going to clear our plate, and we're going to start on another delicious recipe because I got 2 more recipes up my sleeve for you today. We are going to start with, let's start with our oatmeal. So I saw somebody post, I think it was on the Recipe Ideas page, that they asked, how do you make oatmeal taste good? Well, there's about 1,001 ways to make oatmeal taste good, but I thought, let's try making it on the stovetop. I've made it a couple times on the stovetop, and I've really liked it. Janice, what is the size of the small bag of fruit? Oh, yes, sorry, I have it right here. It is a 1 pound or 16-ounce small bag of fruit on top, and like I said, it does not have to be exact. You could do more bananas, because the more bananas and the browner your bananas, the sweeter it will be. Or you could do whatever types of frozen fruits you want and like the ratio to it. So you could do a ton more fruit. You could do less fruit. You could do more yogurt, less yogurt. That's the fun part about the salad is pretty much any way you put it together, it's going to taste good. Because you can't go wrong with yogurt and fruit and then adding cream cheese to it, you just can't go wrong. Or if cream cheese is like something that's a no-no for you, that it's like causes triggers and all this stuff, skip the cream cheese. You could do cottage cheese, you could do ricotta cheese. Those are both delicious also. Lisa, how would you count the serving size? So, this is the part where this is more of like you have a family gathering, or it's kind of like going to a restaurant and you eyeball your meal. So I would do, because if this is going to be all your fruit, I would do, maybe like 2 spoonfuls, so about a heaping size. 2 spoonfuls of it, or like big spoonfuls, that's probably what I would do. Or about like if you could picture 6 ounces fruit and then some yogurt on top. So probably not this size bowl, maybe like, let's say 2 cups. I would probably do 2 cups of it, like a big cup, 2 cups on a bowl, and that would I would count that as my full fruit, and I would count it as my full fat because of the cream cheese, and I would count it as about 1/4 of my protein. Then I would eyeball the rest as you're going through the line of food or you're serving each other at the table, whatever that would be. Otherwise, you could make this just for one person. I would do 1 ounce cream cheese, 6 ounces total berries and banana, so like 3 and 3 of each. 3 ounces 3 ounces banana, 3 ounces berries. Then I would do 4 ounces Greek yogurt, which would be half my protein, and then a splash of all the seasonings, like splash of vanilla, splash of lemon juice to make sure it doesn't brown, and that type of thing. So you could make it that way, and then you would see what a serving size is, and then just kind of eyeball that when you get to your big meal. So this is not like have this for lunch every day. Or you could weigh it and do 6 ounces plus I would do 2 to 4 ounces yogurt, whichever one you would want for your protein, and then 1 ounce for the cream cheese. So let's say you did 2 ounces of the yogurt. So it would be 6, 7, 8, 9 ounces total if you're brave to bring your scale to like family gatherings or like potlucks or that type of thing, which I'm not. I just kind of eyeball it. It's one day and then I go back to my weighed, perfectly measured. You could do the 1 plate rule also, if that makes sense. Sweetie, yes, it was referred to afters, which meant only after you finished your dinner. That is so cute, and what a smart grandma. You always save the afters so they eat their vegetables first, right? That is so sweet. Amy, who's speaking today at the Bible study tonight at 6:30? Yes, so we're having Bible study tonight, and for the whole month of April, we are starting with a new series called Who Are You? We're finding out who we are, because when you find out who you are, Then you're going to have confidence. You're going to know what belongs to you, what does not belong to you, and all that stuff. And it gets rid of a lot of the questionings and all that kind of stuff. So we're starting a whole new series for the whole month of April, Who Are You? And I'll be sharing tonight at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on the Love of God Family Church Facebook page or Instagram page. So join us. It is really fun. It's right in our kitchen, right over there. It is a fun time. Our family's there. We start out with music, and it's uplifting, and we're all just sharing our hearts, and it is just a fun time. So find out who are you. It'll be really fun. 6:30 p.m. tonight, Love of God Family Facebook page. And we are on. Lisa, great idea. Oh, thank you, Lisa. So we're going to start with our stovetop oatmeal. And we're going to make, this is my go-to breakfast that I would make almost every day. Or if I didn't want to think about, what am I going to make for breakfast? This is just the breakfast I would make. It's the blueberry banana oatmeal from volume 1. And it was just so easy. I did that. I made that breakfast so many times. It's so good. My favorite combo is blueberries and bananas. Oh, it's just so good together. The bananas bring the sweetness. The blueberries are just blueberries. They're just so yummy. So this is my go-to breakfast. So I'm going to show you how to make it on the stovetop, which gives you a little extra creaminess. And you could use any type of oats, quick oats, but we're going to use Scottish oatmeal today. My friend and I, we like to try different grains, and she was saying that she sent me this link about what all the different grains do, and Scottish oatmeal tends to be more creamy than the other oatmeals. It does take a little bit longer than regular rolled oats, but it is a really good consistency. Otherwise, regular rolled oats are my favorite too. You can make this in the microwave, but today we're going to make it on the stovetop, and it's actually really fast to make it on the stovetop. Now, steel-cut oats, that will take a little bit longer to cook because the steel-cut oats, those take the longest to get soft. So we're going to do 1 ounce of Scottish oatmeal, or whatever oats you have. You could do grits. You could do your favorite grain. 1 whole ounce. Add that straight to our pot. Oops, too much. 1 ounce. There we go. Perfect. Then we're going to do about 6 or 7 ounces water. I'm going to do 7 ounces water because we are going to be adding flaxseed and chia seeds to this, which help thicken it also. I like my oatmeal pretty thick, but if you want it more of a thinner consistency, you could leave out the chia seeds and flax seeds and do 1/4 of a protein of something else. So we're going to zero the scale. We're going to do 7 ounces water. Or about 7 ounces. You can kind of eyeball it. It should cover the oatmeal because this is going to absorb the water. Then we're going to do 1/2 ounce total of chia seeds and ground flax seeds. So I have my chia seeds here. So I'm just going to pour some in until it gets to 1/2 ounce, and this is 1/4 of our protein. So about 1/2 tablespoon of chia seeds, because I wanted about 1/2 and 1/2. I do like ground flaxseed. It's really good for you. All right, so 1/2 ounce total. And then we're going to do, now this is where you can weigh your banana, because I like to do 1 whole banana. This is what I would do when I would make my breakfast. So I would just kind of eyeball what size banana I would want. So I'm going to take this one. It's smaller than the other 2 because I don't want it all banana. And this is where I do this little trick so that I know how much my banana weighs, so then I know how much blueberries to put in there. Because I want the blueberries inside, but I don't like to cook bananas, in an oatmeal. To me, I don't like the texture, I don't like the flavor, it's too banana-y. I like to slice my bananas and put it in after. So I'm going to take my banana and just set it on the side of my pot. Came to 3.2 ounces. So I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to take some frozen blueberries. I think fresh blueberries would work. I have not tried fresh blueberries. To me, I like the frozen blueberries better because they give off the beautiful juices and they're just delicious. So we're going to make this to 6 ounces, and we have our banana on the side there. So we know how much 6 ounces should be for our total fruit. So I'm just going to keep adding till it gets to 6 ounces. And I like to cook my blueberries in with my oatmeal because because it gets nice and blueberry and saucy. Oh, Patty, how clever is that? Thank you, Patty. It took me a long time to figure that out. Otherwise, I was like chopping up my banana. And then you have this tiny little banana chunk you don't know what to do with. So I thought I just like to do it this way. Then I just take my banana and set it to the side because we'll use it later. So here we have our mixture. So we're just going to add this to our stovetop. I'm going to put it on this smaller burner and we're going to turn it on high. We want to bring it to a nice boil. So we're going to leave that there. And I'm going to take a spoon. Here we go. We got to open this. That's a book. I'm going to take, this is a nonstick pan, so I'm going to take a nonstick spoon, and I'm just going to gently stir this a little bit to get everything nice and mixed. So we're going to bring this to a boil. So just let it sit there, because the frozen blueberries will make it take a little bit longer to get to a boil, but that's okay. And while that's going, I'm going to add a splash of vanilla to it also. You don't have to add vanilla. You could add whatever flavorings you like or none. Just a splash. And then we're going to add an 1/8 teaspoon or a pinch of salt. Again, it brings out the sweetness in fruit, which is delish. And then I'm going to give it a little stir again. All right, we're going to leave it there to get to a nice, not like roaring super boil, but just a nice boil. While that's cooking, we're going to go on to our next recipe while we're waiting for that to boil. Now, this recipe is delish. It could be for breakfast. It could be for lunch. It could be for dinner. There's so many ways to make this. I went on an omelet kick, and I really liked omelets for a long time because it's a good way to like spice up your eggs and make them not taste like eggs. For a long time, I did not like eggs. I did not like omelets. They just did not taste good to me. So this is a good way to make your omelets taste good. And this is from the brand new Cooking with Joy 2 cookbook, or this is in volume 6. What I like about this cookbook, and I might have to update volume 1 because I can do that once in a while. I can take it off sale and update it and then put it back, is I put in here, I made sections where it says volume 6, so you kind of know if you have the single volumes what this will be in. So this recipe is in volume 6 in the lunch section. It's called a Caprese Omelet. So if you've ever had a Caprese salad, oh, it's starting to baby boil. We want a nice boil, but not super roaring. So it's just starting to boil. Once it does that, we're going to turn the heat down to about medium high and then stir it once in a while to make sure it doesn't burn to the bottom. But we want like a nice simmer boil. Does that make sense? Like a simmering. Elizabeth, I've been making blueberry lava mug cake to help lower cholesterol. That is great. That is a delicious recipe. Also, that is from the brand new volume 10 or Cooking with Joy 2. It'll be in like the end of the breakfast recipes from volume 10. Yay, that is a really fun recipe. And how easy, just a mug cake. You just kind of throw it in there, stick it in the microwave, and you're good. And again, you can make this oatmeal in the microwave. I would microwave this about 2-3 minutes, depending on your microwave. Every microwave is so different. Mine does it perfectly in about 2 minutes. All right, so we got a nice boil going here. So we're going to turn it down to medium-low. So mine goes from like 1 to 9. So I'm going to turn it down to about a 3. And we're going to give it a little stir. And then we're going to want to stir it ever so often. And then you just keep cooking it until the water is nice and evaporated, until your favorite consistency. So if you like it a little runnier, and it will thicken when you add it to your bowl and let it sit a minute or two. It will thicken a little bit. So you don't want it completely dry. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes just to see what we get at 10 minutes. Linda, where can I get the Cooking with Joy cookbook? That is a fabulous question, Linda. You can find this cookbook, Cooking with Joy 1, Cooking with Joy 2, all my single volume cookbooks, all my cookbooks, and more, and past episodes of our lives. You can find recipes. You can find the bake-off recipe there also. It's on my website, weightlossrecipescookbook.com. It's the name of my cookbooks, weightlossrecipescookbook.com, and this will be in the store tab of the menu. So if you click the little 3 lines, it'll say store, it'll say Pinterest recipes. That's where you can find the cinnamon bake recipes and past recipes that we've done on here. So you can find all that. There's tons of fun things on the website, which is really fun to just check it out. going to give this a stir. And while that's going, we're going to start our caprese omelet. So you're going to want a nice size skillet because for an omelet, you want it pretty big. And this is a 2-egg omelet. You can just make a 1-egg omelet, but this is a 2-egg. And I think I did use this skillet with this recipe. This is my favorite skillet, 4 eggs. So we're going to take this skillet, we're going to add it to our stove, and we're going to turn it on to about medium heat. And then I'm going to lightly drizzle this. You could spray it with oil. Let's spray it with oil. That's a little bit more even. So I just have some olive oil spray. Ooh, there is a berry on the floor, and it's on my shoe, and it's slippery. Gross. Okay, as we were cooking. So I'm just going to lightly spray my skillet here, and make sure you get the sides all nice. You want a pretty decent oiled, but not like sopping wet. We're going to give our oatmeal a little stir here again. And you can be pretty finicky with this and stir it the whole time if you want. We're going to stir it till it gets nice and thickened beautifully. So we have our skillet here. It's on medium heat. So we're going to take 2 eggs. I had 2 eggs. I put them here. Here's my eggs. So we're going to take 2 eggs, and I'm going to crack them into this cup. I don't know. I like to crack my eggs into a cup. And I'm going to weigh my eggs because I get them from a farm, and you never know what size they're going to be, which is okay. 1 egg should weigh about 2 ounces. And that's half of it protein. Aha, perfect. Now we're going to do the second egg. I had a little towel. I think it's underneath here. We're going to do our second egg into our cup. Oh, 3.9. So it's just a hair under 4 ounces. 2 eggs should be 4 ounces. We're going to give this a nice stir again. Just kind of make sure nothing's burning to the bottom. And we want our skillet nice and hot before we add our eggs to it. Now this is where you make your eggs not taste nasty. So this is 3.9, so I'm just going to add the teensiest, like half of a point of cheese extra to complete my protein because this is a little bit short of 4 ounces. Or it's pretty close. So this is where you make your eggs taste good. Never just do plain eggs. That to me is, I can't do just plain eggs. So we're going to do a pinch of garlic salt. I have garlic salt. Where did I put that? Oh, I put them over here. And we're going to give this another stir here so nothing sticks to the bottom. I'm going to turn this down because it's boiling quite a bit. I'm going to turn it down to low because we want it to cook, but we don't want it to burn. And make sure you kind of scrape your edges down so you don't get some pieces of oatmeal that are just completely dried. So I'm going to add a pinch of salt to my eggs. Oh, now it says 4 ounces. So I'm just going to leave this as my full protein with the 2 eggs. So we're going to add a pinch of garlic salt, or to taste. You want a little bit of garlic salt so it tastes good. Then we're going to add a pinch of basil. We're going to season our eggs because this is a caprese omelet. So caprese is basil, mozzarella, balsamic vinaigrette, balsamic vinegar. That's kind of what a caprese is, and cherry tomatoes. So I'm going to do quite a big pinch of basil because I like basil. It's delish. And then you can do a pinch of pepper. Let me grab the pepper. Just going to do some pepper in there. Pepper and eggs, I don't know, that's like a really good combo to me. I like those flavors together. Then I'm going to take a fork and we're going to whisk our egg mixture. Our oatmeal is looking good. It's got little tiny bubbles, not as big as they were before. They were a little bit too big. I'm going to turn my skillet down because my oil, it's nice and hot. If you want to whisk your egg, my favorite is just a fork and a cup. It keeps your eggs contained, but yet you can whisk it real good. So just kind of tilt your pan, get the oil nice and distributed evenly, because this will help our eggs not stick. All right, this is where we make our omelet. Get your spatula ready because you're going to need that because this cooks pretty fast. Before I pour this in, we're going to give our oatmeal one more stir. And I think our oatmeal is done. It cooked in like 5 minutes. So I'm going to take my oatmeal off the stove and just let it sit. So it's about this consistency. Isn't that like perfect oatmeal consistency? Not too runny, not too thick, and it's nice and hot, and it smells so good. So I'm going to let this sit while we do our omelet because we got our skillet nice and hot. So we're going to pour, I'm going to turn this fan on. So let's pour our egg in. Ooh, it's got a nice sizzle, which is perfect. You don't want to fry your egg completely, so you don't want it too hot. So I'm going to turn it down to medium-low, and then you're just going to let this cook. If you're doing one egg, you kind of want to tilt your skillet a little bit just to make sure that it evenly distributes in the bottom of your skillet, and then we're just going to let it sit until the eggs are almost set. So I don't have any cherry tomatoes in my house. I didn't think about this early enough. So I have Roma tomatoes. So we're just going to chop some of these up. I'm going to move this cookbook over. We can move right here. Don't push any buttons. Okay. So we're going to chop this. I'm just going to chop it right on this plate here. I have a knife. So our egg whites are almost getting set. You can kind of tilt your skillet again to make sure all the really runny stuff goes to the edges, because you don't want any runny bits left, because that's just nasty when you cut into an omelet and you got nasty runny bits. No thank you. Before I do this, we're going to weigh what our vegetables are going to be. So I'm going to zero the scale, then take it off. So this plate is weighed on the scale already. So then I know when I put this back on how much. I'm going to do half of a Roma tomato. And we're going to dice this nice and small. I should have grabbed a cutting board, but I didn't, but that's okay. Because we're not like chopping really hard or anything. We want nice tiny bits of tomato. And this will go towards our lunch vegetables. So let's say we're going to have this omelet for lunch. So you would get a total of 6 ounces vegetables. Oh, our eggs are getting nice and set. You can see that they're not super shiny anymore. Then you know they're getting set, which is perfect because we're about ready to add this. I'm looking at the wrong recipe. So then I'm going to add, so we got 2 ounces vegetables here, which is perfect because we are going to add a little bit more on top. So let's do 2.5 because we want some spinach inside and some on the side. Perfect. So that's 2.5. And then we want some more basil. Let's see. Pour half of each. And then we're going to do, so the original recipe is mozzarella cheese. I ran out of mozzarella cheese. I don't have any in my house. So I'm going to use Parmesan cheese, or you could use your favorite cheese, whatever that is, or skip the cheese if you want to have this for breakfast. So we're going to do 1 ounce as our fat. So we're just going to weigh this all on our plate so this is ready to just throw half of each into our omelet. So we're going to throw half of each of these things into half of our omelet. So pretend that there's a line in the middle. And we're going to throw half of each of our ingredients. Half of our spinach, half of our tomato, or if you have cherry tomatoes, that would have been perfect also. And then half of our cheese. Sprinkle that in. And then we're going to do another pinch of basil. If you have fresh basil, that works also. And that is super delicious. Just a pinch. Oh, that was for our oatmeal, but our oatmeal finished. Then, so we did that part. Now this is where you flip your omelet. This is where some skill comes in. So take your spatula and just make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. And this is beautiful. Nothing is sticking to it. It's coming off the edges. So then we're just going to flip that in half. Perfectly like that. We got a little beautiful crusting on the outside. It smells delicious. You can even add more seasonings. If you do not like the taste of eggs, add some more seasonings. It would be delicious. Then we're going to transfer this onto our plate. So I'm going to move these things. Or let's move the plate in the front. So here is our plate. We're done with the chia seeds. And we're going to come back to our have our beautiful omelet. And this is the part where you're going to transfer it to the plate and not break it. Oh, haha, beautiful. We can turn our skillet off. We're done with that. So here's our beautiful omelet. We're going to finish it off with the remaining of our vegetables. So this is 2.5 ounces vegetables. You can kind of like, this is where you can decorate it to make it beautiful. And then sprinkle it with your cheese, remaining of your cheese. It's kind of like a salad omelet. You could even saute the spinach and tomatoes a little bit before adding them in there. That would be delicious also. There's just so many ways you can have this. Then this is the fun part where you make it the caprese. We're going to drizzle it with just a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Not too much, because this does kind of take over the flavor. I just got this from my local Walmart. It's non-GMO. It's just balsamic vinegar. And we're just going to drizzle just a little bit of it. Or if you really like balsamic vinegar, sprinkle more. It's going to kind of soak into the egg and just mix with all the flavors. And if you had mozzarella cheese, it would be delicious with that too. But we're doing Parmesan today, and it's going to be yummy. So here is our beautiful omelet. Isn't that just perfection? Let's get a fork, and I want to show you this. So we're going to cut into this beautiful omelet. Oh, it's so perfect. Let's see. Let's move some of this stuff to the side so I can show you what it looks like. We want a tomato with it. And this could be for breakfast if you skip the cheese, or just do 1 egg and 1 ounce cheese. And this would make a beautiful breakfast. And then you could have grain on the side. So you could do Ezekiel toast, a slice of Ezekiel toast. You could do potatoes on the side. That would be delicious. So here's our beautiful omelet. Isn't that just perfection? It's cheesy. Let's smell it. Oh, it just smells so good. All the flavors together. It's Tuscany. It's caprese. It's delicious. Our eggs are perfectly done. Not too much. You don't want them too done. You want them just perfect. It has a beautiful crust on the outside. And then the Parmesan cheese or mozzarella cheese would get nice and juicy and cheesy. And this is beautiful. Then you get to have, if this is for lunch, you get to have 6 ounces fruit. And then, so this is 2.5 ounces vegetables. So you get, let's see, you get 3.5 ounces vegetables on top or on the side. So you could even put this on a big old salad if you wanted to. Have more lettuce, or you could add more tomatoes, that type of thing. Or have like some leftover cooked vegetables on the side. That would be delicious also. So this is our beautiful omelet. Now let's get back to our oatmeal. It has been sitting here waiting for us. Ooh, and it's gotten nice and thick. So we have a bowl here. We're going to set our banana to the side. Don't get in anything. And here is our beautiful oatmeal. It's thickened up beautifully. Perfect consistency. We cooked this for about 5 minutes. A nice simmer for Scottish oatmeal. Every oatmeal is going to be different. So I think like instant oatmeal, that'll be really quick. Just bring it to a boil and then simmer it. So we're going to pour this in. Let's see how much this actually weighs. This is interesting. So we have 3 ounces blueberries in here, 7 ounces water, which did evaporate, and then 1 ounce of oats, Scottish oats, uncooked. Let's see how much this comes out to. Ooh, this came out to 9.3 ounces. So I wonder if that's more than making it in the oatmeal. If you are a quantities type person where you like your meals to look nice and big, this might be the way to go. Make it on the stove top. You want to make sure you get every little bit. I'm going to take this off before I finish. Oh, this came to 10 ounces. 10 ounces of oatmeal and blueberry. We're going to get a smaller spoon because then this is what I would do in the morning when I make my oatmeal. Then I would scrape everything off. Make sure I get all my oats because we weighed this. No oats left behind. We flung some out. That's okay. We want all of our delicious cooked oats. And the Scottish oatmeal it's nice and creamy and beautiful. Rolled oats are amazing too. So then what I do is I take my banana, I take my spoon, and then I just slice it right into my oatmeal. And it just heats up the bananas just enough. And what's nice is when you make it on the stove top or even in the microwave, and you don't do milk, you just do water, and it still gets creamy, is then you're not using any of your protein for that. So there is a fourth of a protein because of the flax and chia seeds, which make it nice and beautifully thick. And it's a good source of nutrients. I think, what is it, omega-3s in flaxseed. So here we have our beautiful banana blueberry oatmeal. So then what I would do is I would top this. In the original recipe, I topped it with 4 ounces Greek yogurt and a pinch of cinnamon. And then I did a ½ ounce of almonds on the side. That was like my go-to breakfast. Now variety is my go-to breakfast. I'm like, ooh, what can I try now? Which is fun. But it's just kind of nice to go back to your roots and just go back to, oh, this is the go-to. So this will be breakfast for tomorrow. So I'm not going to add the yogurt today because I want to heat this up tomorrow when I have this. So I'll probably add a splash of water and then microwave this just so it's not so thick in the morning, because when you're going to reheat it, it's going to absorb that water again. So I would probably add about 2 tablespoons or so of water, stir that in, and then microwave this for about a minute or so, just to get everything nice and warm. Or you could heat it back up on the stove top, add a little bit of water again, and then I'll top it with my yogurt, and then whatever other fourth of a protein that I would want if I don't want almonds, or have ½ ounce of almonds, which is a fourth of your protein. And you have this beautiful, you get the sweet with the bananas, and then the blueberry, you get your antioxidants, and then you have your flaxseed in there, which gives it just a beautiful little nutty flavor to it. So delicious. So we have our omelet, our oatmeal, and let's do our giant salad again. I have to show you it again. Let me move this up. I don't want to have this huge salad. So we have our giant salad. Yum. Our cheesecake salad, and then our omelet and oatmeal. We got breakfast, dinner, and lunch with the salad. So perfect and so Eastery and spring and warm and delicious, and just all the flavors. You get savory, you get sweet, and then you get sweet and creamy for lunch with the giant salad, and your whole family can enjoy it, and then you can enjoy it with them. You can have your ham, or if you have turkey on Easter, whatever is your Easter dinner or lunch, which is just so fun to get together with family and just love each other and be together. Oh, this is so fun cooking today. That is it. We did it. That didn't take long at all. Cooking does not have to be hard. And again, if you're tuning in late, we are having a bake-off. There's going to be prizes and multiple winners. I like lots of winners because I like to give away lots of things, which is so fun. We're having a bake-off today until next week. Our cooking with our Let's Get Cooking Live next week. I'll be announcing and picking the winners, so that'll be so fun right here. So make sure to. My apples just went flying. I don't know why. Nobody's even in the room. Anyways, make sure to get your pictures submitted and entered into the giveaway. Just tag me in the picture, send it to me somehow so I at least see it. And usually I'll like it and then just tell you how amazing it looks, because it usually does. So do that to submit your cinnamon apple bake. You can find the recipe on my website, weightlossrecipescookbook.com. You can find it on my Instagram, on my Facebook. Oh, and I just joined the world of TikTok. I have no clue what I'm doing on there, but it's really fun. So follow me on there also. My username is Weight Loss Recipes Cook. I could not fit book in there, so because I like to keep everything the same, so it's easy to find me. So it's Weight Loss Recipes Cook. I'm there. It's my profile picture for here also, so it's easy to find me. Follow me on there. I'm going to be posting some cool recipe videos. It's really fun. I'm kind of like dabbling in it, and then I follow some of you on there also, so send me a message so I know who you are, and then I'll follow you back. It's so fun being on there together. So, yeah, I'm on TikTok now, and then the bake-off. Make sure to make that, and then have your picture submitted before 6 p.m. Central Time, April 8th. April 8th, 6 p.m. Central Time is the cutoff time. No more submissions. After that, I will be scoring and looking through, and I'm going to have some help scoring these things because it's so fun. I have my family to help me. I'll be like, okay, guys, which one's the most drool-worthy, or those kind of things, which usually they all are. It's really hard to pick. The last time it was really hard to pick, but they all look so good. And how fun. Make your breakfast. Tag me in it. Post me in it. Comment just get it so I can see it. So that'll be really fun. And then tonight, 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Facebook. At Love of God Family Church Facebook page. I'll be sharing tonight. We are starting our new series. We started last night, and it has been amazing. My mom, she shared last night. It was so good, so insightful. Our new series is Who Are You? For the whole month of April, so you're going to find out who you are, which totally has to do with who you are with your food, who you are with yourself, because when you get your self-identity set, then everything else kind of lines up also. So join me tonight. It's an uplifting time. We start out with music. It's really fun. And it was so fun cooking with you today. Thank you for joining me. You can find the replay recipes. I'll be posting the salad recipe as like written out form so it's easier to follow. I'll be posting that tomorrow. So look for that. It's coming soon. You can find past recipes and past episodes and just a lot of fun stuff, upcoming things and more on my website, weightlossrecipescookbook.com. Check it out. Look around. It's really fun. Thank you for cooking with me, spending your Easter. Happy Resurrection Week. It is an exciting time. Hey, if death could not hold Jesus down, death cannot hold us down either. He rose again for us so we could rise with him. We can rise above food addiction. We can rise above sugar and flour and beat that. He took it all for us so we can be free. Isn't that exciting? There was a comment, but I can't see it. Let's see. It's not showing up, but it's from Lois. I have to see what Lois said. So I'm going to scoot this up. I can't get out. Let's see. Lois said, "Hi, Natalie. I joined late. May we bake any recipe for the bake-off?" That's a great question. For this bake-off, we're making the cinnamon apple bake, but that doesn't mean you can't get creative because there will be a prize for creativity, so you could make it different flavors. You could make it, add different fruits. Make it completely different, but, just kind of have it sort of like the cinnamon bake, so don't, make it a salad and then, this is the cinnamon apple bake. Does that make sense? So there can be, creative twists to it, so make it your own, but kind of stay within, make sure it's no sugar, no flour. That's, 101. Janice, thank you so much. Will the salad recipe show how to make a single serving? Yes, I'll post that also. I'll do a single serving, and then I'll post the family gathering serving size. Janice, happy Easter. God bless. Happy Easter to you, Janice. Happy Easter to all of you. Thank you for joining me. It has been so fun cooking with you. And, again, you can find the brand new Cooking with Joy. It is now available. It is here. It's ready to purchase just for you. Over 300 recipes. Here's the back of it. Isn't that beautiful? Kelly designed this for me. It's updated, volumes 6 through 10 in one big book. And then there's Cooking with Joy 1, which is volumes 1 through 5 in one big book. So you can have all the volumes in 2 big books. I know I want to keep one for myself just so I can cook from it because I cook from these a lot. If you would see my book, it's kind of used. But yes, it is so fun. I could just chat with you all day, but we do have to get on with things. Lois, thank you, and happy Easter to everyone. Thank you, Lois. Happy Easter to you. Yes, join us tonight, 6:30 p.m. Thank you for joining me on the Love of God Family Church Facebook page. I'll be sharing. It'll be really fun. And have a happy, happy Easter. And it's going to be great. And remember, you're only one thought away from a good day. That is the best part. That is the best advice that I have ever heard in my life because it changes my life all the time. If I'm feeling crabby, grumpy, hangry, whatever, I just have to remind myself, I'm only one thought away from a good day. You change that thought, you change your feelings, you change your life. It's amazing. And you change that with your words, which is easier than you think. All right. Happy Easter. Make some yummy things. Make the cinnamon apple bake. Tag me in it. Submit your recipes, and it'll be really fun. Thank you for joining me. Happy Easter. Oh, Linda, your picture's so cute. Happy Easter with joy, Natalie.